Are you here to talk about 911 Nashville? Me too. Me too, actually. And nobody in my life is a fan of 911, so I gotta stick with you guys. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that I've seen that share the same opinion as me. So I decided that today I'll be talking about 911 Nashville. Before we talk about Nashville, we've got the OG, we've got the Lone Star. Absolutely. I'm not going to say I loved the Lone Star, but it was still quite nice to watch at first. But I'm still going to stick with my OG. Love you. Shout out Captain Bobby. Just him. I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it. I just wasn't jumping high. I wasn't jumping up and down because I was so excited at the thought of watching it. But I watched it anyway because I was like, hey, because I like the OG one. I like the LA one. I liked Lone Star to a certain degree. So I might like Nashville. So that was a lie. We were introduced to Captain Hart. So that's our basically Bobby equivalent. And his son Hart Jr., I forgot his name. He does look like a John or like a Ryan or something. So I'm just gonna stick to Hart Jr. just because I don't want to say that his name is something that it's not. Okay, so yes. And then we have Taylor, Roxy, and then Blue. Right off the bat, I'm like, okay, cowboy hats, cowboy boots. This is fun. I like where it's going. As soon as we start, we kind of can see that our captain. He's not my captain, but Captain Hart has like some secrets. It's already given Lone Star at this point. Like it's like I'm more turning into like, okay, it's gonna turn out like Lone Star. It's just not looking good. It's pretty chill at the beginning. Like the first emergency that we see, I think that's where we introduced to Blue, and then we find out, and then Captain Hart is like, oh, this is what I was keeping from you, by the way. I have a son. In the middle of an emergency.
What? Bro, what?
Like, is it you're just gonna go out to your son and be like, hey, this your little brother? Which I don't believe. There's no way that's the younger brother. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like they miscasted this a little bit. Like, if I was walking down the street and somebody told me, oh, that's the younger brother, I would be like, that's a lie. You're lying. I'm glad they have hobbies because obviously in the OG we have people that have like everybody has a life outside of being the 118, which I think it's amazing. With this one we only get a glimpse, which that's also fine. But I think it was Taylor that is the guitar lady. Stop. In season 1, they kind of establish the relation in season 1, 911 OG. Sorry, I need to specify. They did establish that kind of like good rapport within each other. It wasn't as strong as it was in season 7 and 8 before Bobby unfortunately left the cast, but it was still really good. Like the friendship was there, even if it was at like a minimal level, it was still there. But with this team, I'm feeling like the friend that's being left out of the joke already. With 911 OG, you kind of grow to love the characters and you kind of grow to be part of, I don't want to say part of, but it's just like the way that they grow together, we also grow with them as viewers, and you kind of get to watch their journey as they love each other more and more every time, every season, and the relationship, it just develops into something so beautiful. But with 911 Nashville, I feel like they already have a pretty good relationship, which is fine. That's not the problem. The problem is just that it just doesn't include the viewers as much as 911 LA did. And that's one of the things that I really didn't like. When the captain introduces Blue to the team, he just goes, don't treat him that way just because he's don't treat him easy, or whatever he said was, whatever he said. He was like, oh, don't treat him nicely just because he's my son. First of all, nobody was ever going to do that because they didn't know he was your son until you said that. And then the line delivery that was like, I don't know if it was what or wait, what did he say or something like that. No, I didn't like the line. I just didn't like the line delivery for that. It's just, and then they just cut it off and we have an emergency after that. Can we actually sit down and talk over coffee? 'Cause everything's going too fast now. The build up to the tornado, amazing. The dispatcher, I didn't really pay attention. I think her name was Cam. I guess she also helps Taylor write her songs, which that's our Maddie. That's our Maddie for Nashville. the first emergency, it was the kid with the kite. Like, that's even more ridiculous than the kid stuck in a tube. I'm sorry. What the hell was that? There's a certain level of silliness that you get to that just starts to get insane. And I feel like the kid with the kite was insane level. First of all, can we talk about the fact that the dispatcher was like, grab a cloth. They grabbed one cloth. There's 3 tables, so that means 3 cloths. One of them flies away, and they're like, it went away. Grab the other one. What? And then they're like, oh, form a human trampoline, or form a human thingy. And everybody started holding hands, and then she magically fell into the CGI. The CGI was, you know what? Can we move on? At this point, the tornado thing happens. The singer's singing, Smash, by the way. But he's singing, and obviously because the tornado. First of all, whoever built that stage, you need to be fired. You need to be fired. That emergency wasn't that. It was a bit like, it wasn't the best emergency I've seen, but it wasn't the worst I've seen. Like, if I were to rank emergencies, I would do that, and I could do that actually. But I get it. Tornado, whatever. So we have like 10 minutes until the tornado hits, and the firefighters are trying to lift up the thing, because I don't know the name for it. They try to lift it up, and it's not working. It's not working. First thing I'm thinking in my head is just like, I've just watched this episode, season 2 of 911 OG, season 2 episode 18. It was the kid with the restaurant, and back in, I want to say it's Bobby Begins maybe, but it was the kid, right? Whatever. And the fire engine lands on Bobby's box leg. And then everybody joins from the crowds, and they lift it up, and then, yay, Buck is out. That was the first thought I had as soon as I seen the struggling firefighters. I was like, this is exactly what they're gonna do, aren't they? And as soon as I seen that main singer make eye contact with one of the firefighters outside, and then when he went, come on guys, they need help. I thought it was lame. Not in a lame way, but it was just like, it was just more so, I knew it. And then just the fact that there wasn't, it was a non-open-ended, but it was it was meant to be a cliffhanger, but I personally would not go back to watch season 2, episode 2, just because we don't know, we forgot about the guy upstairs. Like, first of all, how do you get there? All right, yeah, never mind. I still don't think it made sense, but obviously nothing makes sense ever in a 911 world. But I feel like that went over the bar of 0 cents being made to a minus 197.8 cents being made. All the episode 1s, like Lone Star and the OG ones, I remember feeling not happy, but excited, and I wanted to watch more. And I was like, I like this. So that's how I started binging it. But with Nashville, even if there were 10 episodes after it, I don't think I would want to binge it after that. Like, I don't think I liked it that much. My final piece of advice. Nothing. I don't have anything to say. What I will say is just, it was ridiculous. I did good in terms of first viewers. I don't know how good is, but to me, for what we were given, that was a good amount of first people that like tuned in or whatever. I don't know, but for me, I just thought it was a little bit ridiculous, and I feel like there was too much going on as well. Because when we were introduced to Dixie, who I think that's her name, when we were introduced to Dixie, who was Blue's mother, it seems like Blue joined and reached out to Captain Hart for a certain thing, like he wants a favor, so that's why he's with the firehouse. He wouldn't be there if you don't want to, but it's just like, you're making money as a stripper. You're making a lot of money. You're making triple of what a firefighter is making, and you want to ask for money of your father. Like, if you saved all that STRIP money, shouldn't you be able to save your mother from whatever you guys are trying to get out of a captain who doesn't make as much as you make a month or even a day? It just didn't make sense to me. There were too many things that were dropped onto the first episode, like, and then the Taylor and Blue interaction, to me, it was giving ship them guys, because they made flirty eyes at each other, and it's like, no, we just met. So I don't know if Taylor and Blue are gonna be a ship or like a thing. I don't know, but I feel like that's what it's building up to right now, and it's too soon for that. In my opinion, it's too soon for that. Second thing that I hated, it's not that serious. Like, some of the emergency was not that serious. The kite one was just insane to me. But I can't really talk because we have Athena in space right now. But it makes more sense as to why she's in space than Nashville with the kid with the kite. Like, there's just no way. You're telling me a kite from Walmart was able to fly a kid who was at least 50 kilograms. It could get better. It is a pilot episode. Pilot episodes are not always going to be good, but I feel like if it is good, that tells you how the show is going to go. And Nashville, it was mediocre. There's people that I've seen online that would go as far as to say that it was straight up crap, which I wouldn't say you're wrong, but I would say, hey, let's give it a shot. It could be good in episode 2. So I will stay tuned for episode 2. I will stay tuned for episode 2, but my hopes aren't as high as... I mean, they weren't even high before the Nashville spin-off when it was announced. I was like, I don't think it's necessary, but I will be tuning in. I don't know. I think storyline goes a long way, and the way cast interact with each other, and there wasn't much of cast interaction at all apart from the dad and the mom and the son and Dixie and Blue, Taylor and Blue, and Taylor and Cam. So that's it. So let me know in the comments what thoughts you have or had when you watched the episode, and let me know if you're still gonna tune in for episode 2. Because I will be doing that just to see how good it could get or how bad it will be. Thank you everybody. Thank you.
I don't like this.
Ooh, you made him cry.